So, Galit, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with me and talk about your experience of our 5 week program that you did with me. So, tell me, why did you originally decide to sign up for the 5 week program?
Well, I think by the time I heard about the program, I was trying to make a shift with the way I was eating, um, but I wasn't seeing results and I was a bit lost. So, on the one hand, I was doing juices and that was great. But on the other hand, I started to eliminate animal products from my diet and I found this void of what do I eat now? And then I found all these vegan dessert recipes, so I was eating that, and so that really didn't help. And then I heard about your program, and I didn't know too much about it, but I said, you know what, it sounds good. I had a good feeling, and I went with it, and I'm very happy I did.
Okay, cool. So, what kind of issues were you struggling with? Like, what were your top three health concerns at that time?
Um, Low energy was a big concern. Um, the other one was weight, although I have to say that wasn't the primary thing. It really was just feeling sluggish and not being myself. And then I guess that's something that wasn't so much of a health concern, but there was more of a lifestyle thing. Is the more information I read and watched about um, animal products, sugar, and all that bad stuff, I felt like I couldn't believe anything anymore. I had to unlearn everything I knew about food. I really needed direction, and then I found this whole big community of and this huge abundance of information, and you pointed me to a lot of good resources to find.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So, what was the experience like of going through the classes and having the online community? How did you find that process worked for you?
It was great because you could see online that everyone was going through the same stuff, which was really helpful because sometimes you feel isolated when you're making such a change, especially if the people around you are not doing it too. And it's not such a simple thing. So that was great. Another wonderful thing that I liked about your approach that I feel is unique and it was great is that it wasn't like, okay, you have to eat this, this, and that. You actually stayed away from that. You said, okay, why don't you experiment with this or try to see if this works for you? So it wasn't like black or white. It was, and that's what I think makes it sustainable. The fact that you have to experiment it on your own, see what works, and then you stick with it.
Right. Cool. That's great. So, what benefits and results have you experienced from the 5 week course?
I lost about 25 pounds. Um, I gained my energy. I am like all kinds of things that only after a while you realize you don't have that anymore. So I'm not bloated anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone comments about how my skin looks and how, what did you do, um, and I really, and the thing about connecting the craving to what is it you really want, that was a big thing. Because so it's not always okay, I'm feeling like a candy bar, let me grab something. So stopping and thinking, okay, what is it that I really want right now? Am I tired? Am I lonely? Am I, overworked? What is it? And addressing that part, that was a huge, huge thing that was a result of this 5 weeks. So I'm drinking tons of water.
Mm,
I rediscovered how much I enjoy cooking, and I'm, trying new recipes all the time.
great.
So my latest thing now is like crock pot vegan things. So I did some with that, and that was something great because I was at a point that I was like in this circle of I have two small kids, I have a full-time job, I need to feed them all. Let's go for the quick and easy thing. So eating a lot of processed food and really shifting to eating mostly what I cook and making smart choices
Yeah.
and enjoying it, which is to me, I mean, this is the most sustainable thing I ever done, and it's almost a year now, so it's pretty amazing.
That is so cool. Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's great. So, what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about trying a program like this?
I would say the first thing they need to kind of ditch out the window is that it's about a diet. Because it's not. Because everyone come and ask me, okay, what diet did you do? And I say, you know what? It's not a diet. I completely changed how I'm eating and how I'm looking at food. So one of the good questions that you asked us in the beginning was, what is it that you want to change? And think about your future state. Like, where do you want to get to? And that's something that you really need to think and say, okay, or do I want to, tap into all this wisdom, making a change that's going to last and, and really follow through, because you really need to want. So that's just be willing to have an open mind, and kind of inquire and be willing to dig deep, because, I like, especially when we were talking about sabotage, I really had to face certain things about me and people around me, and it was like, whoa, that's, expect that at a 5-week program about eating. So
Right.
that was awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you that you feel well, you look great, and that your energy is in the place that you want it to be.
Yeah.
Very
And I'm
cool.
telling everyone about you, and I'm glad you're doing this program again, because you might have at least at one friend that will take this program. And and I'm reading your book now, The Great American Detox, and I can't wait to read the new book you're writing. And
Oh,
so,
cool.
yeah, pretty awesome.
That's so great. Thank you so much.